People, God forbid, but let's just say you fell on hard times and you was homeless and you had to sleep in your car. You didn't have nowhere to go. So what if a friend or someone you knew offered to help you? They said you can stay at their home until you get on your feet. Now people, let's say you stayed there for 6 months before you was forced to move because it got so bad. So people, when you moved in with this friend or someone you knew, they wanted to help you, they would remind you every day that they helping you. Now people, let's say you fell on hard times, but you had a nice car. You was homeless with a nice car and you was sleeping in that nice car. Now you moved in with your friend and every day they wanted to use your nice car. They was scraping your rims and everything. Also, every time they would use your car, they would never put gas back in the car. They also wanted to wear your shoes, your clothes. And if you got mad or if you said no, they would remind you, you living in my house. I let you come and live here. You was sleeping in your car. You didn't have nowhere to go. You need to be grateful. People, this happened to a woman named Ashley in Maryland. She moved in with a friend that offered to help her when she fell on hard times when she was sleeping in her car. Her friend crashed her car, totaled her car, and then kicked her out. People, you will not believe what happened to this woman. Let me explain. People, this woman from Maryland moved all the way from Florida. She moved with a man in Maryland. Their relationship did not work out, so when their relationship didn't work out, she started to sleep in her car. And yes, she had family in Florida, but her family do not talk to her anymore. Her family was against her boyfriend. When this woman moved far away from her family in Florida, this man started to hit her all the time. He slapped her a couple times and then he started to punch her with his fist. When this woman realized this man was very abusive, she called her family back in Florida, but her family did not want anything to do with her. They said, I told you so. You cannot come back and live here. So at the time when this woman left her boyfriend, she did not have the money for a security deposit. So it was very hard for her to find somewhere to stay. So she started to sleep in her car. So people, when this woman moved to Maryland, she got a job at Walmart and that's where she met her friend that let her move in her house. Now people, when I tell you it was hell living in this woman's house that she worked with, it was hell. She wanted to drive her car all the time. Mind you, her friend did not have a car. Her friend had a place to stay, but no transportation. Now people, if you think that was crazy, this will blow your mind. Her friend gave her a curfew. She said you need to be at the house before 10 o'clock unless you have to work late. Now mind you, her friend offered to let her stay there to help her out, but she was treating her like a kid. She was treating her very bad. Also, she started to embarrass this woman very bad at Walmart. She would tell everybody she was homeless and she let her stay with her to help her out. Now people, you may be thinking, how did her friend know she was homeless in the first place to offer her a place to stay? One day she went to work and her car was full. That was the day she left her boyfriend. Her car was smack full with clothes. The woman that she worked with at Walmart that allowed her to move in her house, one day she seen her car at work and she seen it was smack full with clothes. So they started talking and she told her everything. She told her what happened with her and her boyfriend. So people, the woman that let her move in was driving her car one day because she always wanted to drive her car. Mind you, if she said no, she would get a very bad attitude and she would treat her very bad. This woman ran a red light and totaled her car. And guess what? She did not have no driver's license. She lied and said she had driver's license. So people, now this woman have very serious issues with her insurance company because someone was driving her car without a license and they totaled her car. Now people, when this woman totaled this woman's car and she found out she did not have a driver's license, hell broke loose. Now people, the woman that ran a red light and totaled this woman's car, she was fine, thank God. She went to the hospital for minor injuries. However, now that this woman's car is totaled, she got to catch Uber and Lyft to work. She don't even have a car to sleep in. People, roughly 1 week after this woman totaled this woman's car, they was yelling at each other on a daily basis. The woman kicked her out the house. When this woman kicked her out the house, she did not have anywhere to go. Mind you, she don't even have a car to sleep in. She thought about calling her ex, but she changed her mind. She went to a shelter. So people, I have a question. Is it worth allowing someone to help you nowadays when they just going to throw it up in your face on a daily basis? And people, God forbid if you ever in a bad situation, but if you do need help, be very careful who you let help you. Some people feel like they can treat you any kind of way because you need them, because you at your lowest. Now people, this is just me. Before I let someone treat me like crap because they feel like I need them, I'd rather sleep in my car. And people, if you volunteer to help someone, help them. Do not take advantage of them because you never know when you will be in that situation.